And for this ice cream, I'm going to try a new base that I've never tried before. This is the ice cream base from Salt and Straw. And we start by adding a half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Just mix that real quick here. Then into our saucepan, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. To that we add 1 1/3 cups of whole milk. Okay, take this and whisk. And then we're going to put the heat on to medium. And also add all of our dry stuff, because I can't read a recipe. We're not quite to a simmer, which is good. I can just barely see some steam coming off. So now we add a 1/3 cups of heavy cream and whisk that to combine. And because this is warm, the ice cream texture wouldn't turn out very well, so we need to make sure we chill it. Again, at least 8 hours. Overnight's better. I'm probably going to take the cheater path and do an ice bath and let it sit for probably just a couple of hours. Now, one thing I did notice in this recipe is that there was no vanilla. Now, I know that corn syrup does have some vanilla, but we're just going to add in a little more of our own. Just pour some of that vanilla bean paste in and go ahead and give it another quick whisk here. Ice. Okay, let's consider our mix-ins for this ice cream. So what we have here is about a 1/4 cup each of M&Ms. We've got some crushed Oreos. There's some Heath bits. I was a little disappointed that I didn't have any of my homemade ones left over from Christmas, but I've got 5 more months until I can make some more, or at least that's the excuse I'm going with. And we also have a 1/4 cup of homemade chocolate chip cookies. Now these are made from the recipe over on Schleishli's channel. I'll link it down below, make sure you go check it out. She's probably one of the kindest and most positive YouTubers out there, and I aspire to be a Schlee when I grow up. Anyway, we're going to chuck all of this into the freezer while we churn the ice cream. I just want to make sure it's all as cold as possible so that when we add it in, it doesn't melt the ice cream and sort of reverse all the process that we had just gone through. So this goes in the freezer, and we're going to start churning the ice cream. Okay, our ice cream machine is pre-chilled. We're going to go ahead and add the mix. It is still a little warm, plus it's warm inside my house. So this is probably going to take a solid 40 minutes, maybe even a little bit more, before we get to soft serve consistency, which is what we're looking for to add in our mix-ins. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. The camera overheated. Never had that happen before. That's interesting. But we're pretty much at soft serve consistency. I think we're ready to add in our mix-ins. I don't think we'll need the full cup, but we'll sort of play it by ear and see how this goes. So let's start with about 1/3 of our mix-ins, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add another 1/3. Well, let's see how that looks. Alright, well, forget it. The whole cup goes in. Why not? Okay, I'm just going to churn this for another 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure everything comes together and Make sure that it's all very well mixed. Let's get this scooped into a container. Alright, into our plastic container, let's throw on a lid. I've marked this as tornado and drew a little tornado there. That goes in the freezer until it freezes hard. And we'll go ahead and do this for the rest of it. I am almost certainly jumping the gun here, but I can't wait any longer. I need ice cream now. I want it now! So let's see how this turned out. That's actually not terribly soft. I thought it would still be really soft because it's only been in the freezer for 2 hours or so. That part's a little bit soft. But let's see how it tastes. I can see the Oreos. I can see some color from the M&Ms. I don't know if there's an M&M under that or not. There's a cookie kind of buried in there somewhere, and there's definitely Heath bits throughout. Let's give it a taste. Okay, that's pretty good. The Heath bits jump out the most. They feel like the dominant flavor. I didn't have an M&M in that one. There's certainly chocolate there. I don't really get the chocolate chip cookie, which obviously means that I didn't add enough. Okay, well, I can see some chocolate chip cookie there. I do see the Oreo. So the ice cream base is nice and creamy. It's not too sweet. I don't hate this ice cream base. I would probably make it again. It's not too far off from the very simple one that I make in the blender, and I would definitely make it again. This is Tornado Ice Cream, and I hope you make it, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone.